What's going on, guys? Alex here with 814EDC, and today I'm ready to bring my full review to you guys on the Civivi Knives Baby Banter. Now, this is a knife that I bought and I gifted my girlfriend, and I know I said a few times in previous videos of stuff that I wanted to get her to do this review with me. That's not going to happen just with my schedule and her schedule, because she, is pretty busy with her course load for classes right now. So whenever I have time to film, she's normally in class or, doing something else for, her major. So she just doesn't have time right now. So I'm just going to film it. But I would like to get her on in the future, maybe for something. I've told her multiple times, hey, I want you to come on and do a little cameo appearance. How am I gonna say experience? A cameo appearance. So maybe in the future I'll get her to come on and talk about something. But for this video specifically, she will not be on, unfortunately. So I'm gonna be doing this review, but I have carried this knife a few times, so I'm able to give a good, I think a good overview about it. And she's told me what she's used this knife for, so I can also throw those in there as well. But yeah, guys, this is the Civivi Knives Baby Banter, designed by the one, the only Ben Peterson. And this is the baby brother to the full-size Banter, which I just upgraded to these bananas awesome carbon fiber scales. Completely reignited my love for this knife. Super excited to get this in pocket. But the Baby Banter was announced, I think it was like January, because I remember I was still home from Christmas break and I was working part-time over break, and I remember I was on a break at work, and I hopped on Instagram and I saw that Ben posted like a picture of the 4 models that he was coming out with. It was this one, the black and the black, the black and the stonewash, and then the blue and the black blade. And he announced that the Baby Banter was coming out, and I was like, oh my god, what? Like, I was super excited because I love the full-size Banter, and the design of this looked really cool. And I kind of just looked at it for a while, and after a few minutes I was like, I'm gonna get that for my girlfriend. So I shot her, I sent her the post on Instagram, and I'm like, I'm buying this for you, because I have told her multiple times, I'm a knife guy. I'm gonna be a knife guy for hopefully the rest of my life. And you can't be dating. I want to say we're almost engaged. We've been dating for almost 6.5 years, so that's coming soon. Don't know when, but it's in the works. So you can't be with a guy that is a knife guy and not have a knife. You know what I mean? So I've been trying to get her one for a while. I was going back and forth between like the Spyderco, the Man Bug, some other small knives, but nothing really stuck out to me as a knife for her. Nothing, those were all good ideas, but I just always kind of hesitated, and I was like, nah, it's not really for her. Just something about it, I'm gonna keep waiting. So whenever these came out, I was like, that's a perfect knife, because my girlfriend tries to keep track of some of the names of my knives, but the one knife that I can remember that she always that the name has stuck in her head is the Banter, this guy. So to me it was just like perfect. Like, okay, she knows the Banter, she recognizes the Banter, the Baby Banter is gonna be perfect for her. And then I saw the purple one, I was like, that's gonna be it. And I waited for a while. We all waited for a while, because these didn't come out until I think like end of July, somewhere in there, I want to say. Maybe even August. It was late summer, I know that. And they finally released, and I had originally planned on getting myself one as well, but I had other stuff coming in, and I know that these are only like $60. But I was also a little bit worried that they would be too small for my hands. So I figured, okay, I'll just get the girlfriend one. And if it's, if I like it, I can always go buy myself one after. And I haven't bought myself one yet. I would like to get one eventually. Again, I just have other stuff coming in. I want to, have other stuff And at the end of the day, like if I wanted to carry this, I can just go take this out of her purse because this thing just lives in her purse. Like she doesn't carry this on her body, so I can always just go grab it if I want to carry it for a day. And I have. That's why I can do a review on it, because I have experience that I have carried it. But that's why I've kind of held off on buying one, just because I'm trying to be smart with my knife purchases. Recently, I've been kind of willy nilly with it, but I will probably get one of these in the future, just to have one, just because they're really good knives. So enough rambling. I'm almost 6 minutes in, and I haven't really talked about the knife too. Well, I have talked about the knife, but I haven't talked about the knife. So we're gonna jump right into it. These are wearing some G10 scales, very similar to the full size Banter, except these are purple. I really like the purple and the black colorway. All blacked out. You got the black loop over style deep carry clip that I think Ben has knocked out of the park. I love the pocket on the Banters. You can see there it says Banter. There's a little bit of wear on there, which is a good thing. I like when pocket have a little wear on them. It means you're carrying them and using them. The thumb studs are like this gold brass color, which I think adds a really cool pop to them. It's got some schmutz on the blade down here. I don't know what that's about, but I think that the purple one is the only style that these like colored thumb studs came on, which is really cool. You do have a liner lock with kind of a, not a super big cutout down there, but definitely more than what you get on the full size Banter. That was one thing that I just liked about these new scales, is it has such a big cutout, and it's kind of reminiscent to the Baby Banter. So that's a really cool thing. I like when knives, give you a lot more room to disengage. You guys can see that it has a super big choil right there. This is Nitro V. You guys can read that right down there. It doesn't have really good lighting. There you go. Nitro V, which is a phenomenal blade steel for this price point, I think. Then there is the WIUG, which is Ben's "What is up, guys?" kind of his catchphrase. This knife is really thin behind the edge. You don't have a super thick blade stock, but it's a very thin flat grind. I think it's flat. Feels like a flat grind. But yeah, there is no skeletonizing going on the liners. You actually only have one liner. It's just the liner lock right here, and the other side is, just full G10. I forgot that Banners do that. Just have some standoffs right here. No backspacer, and you do have some jimping up top and below. So I think that's everything for materials. We'll jump right into action. And the action surprised me tremendously in this knife. Again, this is a tiny knife. I mean, look how small it is compared to I can completely disappear this knife into my palm or my fist. But this knife, for how small the blade is, has a really good action. So you can thumb flick it, comes flying out of there. You can middle finger flick it very well. For how small this knife is, it's very comfortable and very easy to find the thumb studs. Because I have decently sized hands. I think I would have a large sized hand, so I definitely don't have small mitts. But there you guys can see that with the liner lock, I mean, it just drops to your thumb, bang. Like, it's just bananas how good the action on this is. It is on bearings, but with most small knives with blades like this size, you don't see that good of action. Like, it's awesome. It's so fun to fidget with. It's just, you can thumb roll it out, very smooth. It's a lot of fun for such a small package. Like, action is very good on this knife, and it's similar to the full-size Banter too. But again, which is how small this blade is, it's just stupid how smooth it is. And you can reverse the pot clip to the lefty side too. I forgot to mention that as well, which is really cool. But yeah, action is very good. Thumb stud, bang. Middle finger, bang. I'll give you guys a better view. Bang. Slow roll, bang. Hell, you can even pinch grip this thing if you wanted to, but what fun is that? And then closing action, falls and just, I mean, kind of gives you a thud on your thumb, drops with some force, and it's just shake it closed once and you are good to go. So action, 2 thumbs up for this guy. Next is ergos, and ergos are awesome as well, guys. This knife is tiny. It is a small knife, but if you guys can see, it has that I almost said joil, that choil right there. I'm used to saying flipper choil because I just did the review for the Finch Knives Double Finger, and it has a flipper choil, so I'm getting all scrambled up today, guys. But this has a very generous choil here, and with my bigger size hands, I can still fit 4 fingers on there, and I am just locked in. This thing is super, super comfortable. I mean, it's relatively thin, it's super small, super lightweight, and it's amazing how Ben designed this knife with how small it is to be how comfortable and how I can still get a full 4-finger grip on here, guys. Like, it's amazing. And I think when I watched Jake over at Bearded Gear, I think when I watched his review of this knife, I'm pretty sure he said that with how good this knife is with ergos and stuff like that, it made him sell like his Giant Mouse Ace Riv, which I believe was like his favorite small knife before this. But he said that this is better than that. It's better than like the Little Native, some other knives that he mentioned, but that's pretty good praise from a guy like Jake who has experienced a ton of knives and knives on the high end, that he is saying that a $60 Civivi knife is trumping all of those. And I think that that is just some awesome praise, and I couldn't agree more that this knife is just super good ergonomically. Like, you don't have a very big blade, obviously. I think it's like 2.4 inches or something like that, maybe even less of a cutting length. But if you're going to be carrying this in your 5th pocket or like a backup carry, and you're going to be opening a letter, opening a package, anything like that, this knife is going to do it, and it's going to do it well. And you have phenomenal controls, so you can feel like you are locked in here and you can do some really precise work. Even if you're I kind of hold my knives like this sometimes with my pointer finger up top here to like guide it when I'm like ripping through packages, and it's still really, really comfortable there as well. So ergos are a huge, huge, huge shining star for this knife. And that's me going into carry next, and I have to say that that's a shining star too. I think every category that I'm going to talk about on this knife shines. This thing is a phenomenal knife. And carry, I mean, look at the size of this, guys. Look how small this is. I mean, it's legit like smaller than my pointer finger. Like, what? And you have a loop over style deep carry clip that goes to the butt end of the knife. It rides super, super deep. This thing is tiny, like it's lightweight, like you are never gonna feel that this knife is there. I carried this knife in my 5th pocket, my coin pocket, and my jeans. It does really, really well there. Over the summer, back when it was still primarily shorts weather, I carried this as a primary because to me, I really don't, for the things that I do with my knives, it doesn't matter if I have a small knife or a big knife. Most of it's gonna be, done primarily well by any knife that I carry, if that makes sense. So I carry this in my back right pocket of my shorts because that's where I carry knives. I couldn't even tell it was there, guys. Like, this thing is just, it disappears. No matter where you have it on your body, if you have it up in your front right pocket, you have nothing here to, catch your hand on. It's all, sanded off very nicely, no sharp edges or anything like that. You're gonna just, your hand might not even hit this because it's gonna be tucked into the corner so much. Like, just mind-blowing how Ben came up with this design and how Civivi knocked it out of the park with all the fit and finishes and stuff like that. Like, just awesome, guys. Yeah, front pocket good, back pocket good. Your coin pocket, very, very good. I mean, you could even drop this in a pocket and it would be okay, just for how small it is. Like, it's really, really good. You know what? You could honestly take the pot clip off of here. I would never do this, but I'm sure that there are people that would. You could take the pot clip off of here and carry this thing on your keys. and it would really not look that, you know, far out of the ordinary to have a knife of this size in your keys. So carry is good, guys. You know, like I said, everything that I've went over so far, action is very, very good. Ergos are very, very good, and carry is very, very good. So that leads me to my final, you know, category, price point, and what I recommend. I think you guys can already tell that I'm going to recommend this knife. And like I said, I think I already said the price is like $60 on these. And for that, you're getting, you know, fantastic ergos, a really, you know, Nitro V is a really good steel, especially for $60. So you're getting, you know, a good steel, you know, an awesome carry. If you guys are looking for, if you guys are in the market for a small knife, either for primary carry or for secondary carry, please look no farther than the Baby Banter. Like this thing, I honestly, I don't have a ton of experience with knives of this size and knives of this, you know, weight range and, you know, size, I guess, is I'm trying to think of other words, but of this size. So I can't, you know, compare it really to too much. But again, like I said, Jake said that this trumps all the other small knives that he's ever had, and he's experienced a lot. And I think if you're looking for a small knife, like I said, for either primary carry, for secondary carry, if you're looking for a knife for your girlfriend, for your wife, for your daughter, I honestly don't think you could go wrong with this. Like, I think that this is such a knockout, you know, a home run for Ben and for Civivi. Like, it's really, really well done, and I have to give Ben a round of applause. Like, this thing is just stupidly awesome. You know, and you're probably like, Alex, why don't you have this if you're talking so well about it? Because essentially I do have one. Like, I bought this for my girlfriend, so I can go steal it for her anytime or I steal it from her out of her purse. Because like I said, she carries this in her purse, and I forgot to mention anything that she's, you know, told me about it, but we'll jump into that real quick. So when she's at work, she said that she has opened packages for some of the guys that she works with. She works in a house with guys that have like disabilities and are, you know, that need assisted living. I guess I was trying to think of a different word for that, but so she's opened packages for the guys. She's used it whenever she's been cooking dinner, I think, to open like food, you know, packages. I think she's even cut something with it. I believe she said. She loves to shop. What girl doesn't love to shop? But she's cut tags with it. She said she's found it very useful for having it in her purse, because normally, you know, she would like if she's with me and she needs to cut something, she'll just ask me for a knife and I'll give it to her. But there's been a few times where we've been together doing something, and she's just reached down into her purse, pulled out the knife, cut it, and put it away. You know, obviously, like, she's not. I try to get her to like do the thumb flick and stuff like that. She will do the slow roll, but the reason I mentioned the pinch grip earlier is because that's her primary way of using it. Just because she's not super comfortable with, you know, doing all the stuff around knives, which I get. She's not, you know, a knife person or anything like that, so she just opens it up like that, does it, and then she puts it away. So, you know, whatever works for her, I'm just happy she's using it and she's enjoying it. So yeah, and I'm happy that she has it, so that means I can use it whenever I want. But yeah, guys, this thing is just very, very good. I'm kind of rambling at this point, I get it, but I just have nothing bad to say about this knife at all. It's just a very, very well done knife. And for $60, absolute steal of a deal. And I think you can find these on White Mountain Knives, and you can use a 10% off code. Like Kevin has one, Lefty10. I think Casey Knives Fast has one. I believe his is Knives Fast, I think. But if you find someone's code for 10% off, you can get it for even cheaper, like $55 and free shipping. Why not, guys? Like, go buy one. Just very, very good knives. So I'm going to quit rambling. I want to thank you guys so much for always supporting and for coming back, you know, and watching my videos. If you guys aren't already subscribed yet, please consider clicking like and subscribe. It would help the channel. It would help me on my road to 500 subscribers, because I'm going to do a giveaway. I'm sure you guys are tired of me hearing about that, but you know, if you're new to the channel, I want to make sure everyone knows about it, just so people can be aware. If they're going to be interested in, trying to win something, they have to be subscribed. So why not subscribe now? But yeah, thank you guys so much for, always supporting. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hope you have a phenomenal rest of your day or weekend. I might post this on the weekend by the time I get around to posting my other videos. So if this is posted on the weekend, have a great rest of your weekend, guys, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.